In 2035, who will lead the world economy? Will it still be the United States, home of Wall Street, Silicon Valley, and the almighty dollar? Or will it be China, with its rising tech giants, massive trade routes, and unmatched speed of growth? That's the big question, and it's one the world can't ignore. Because this isn't just about two countries, it's about how power shifts in the global economy, and how that shift affects everything, from trade to tech to trust. Let's take a deep look at who's really winning, and what that means for all of us. Right now, the US still leads. America's economy is worth over $30.5 trillion. Its dollar is the world's reserve currency. It holds the biggest stock market, the most valuable companies, and the largest network of global allies. But this power sits on old foundations. Growth is slowing. Debt is rising, now over $37 trillion. And by 2035, the US workforce is expected to shrink as its population ages. But America has something China still doesn't: global trust. Investors trust US institutions. Consumers trust US brands. And the world trusts the dollar to hold value during crisis. Therefore, even when the US struggles, it still attracts global capital. That's a powerful advantage. But it's also being tested. Now look at China. In 2000, China's economy was just a fraction of America's. Today, it's over $19.2 trillion and closing the gap fast. It has lifted 800 million people out of poverty, built megacities from scratch, and leads the world in electric vehicles, solar panels, and high-speed rail. But it hasn't come without cost. China's economy is heavily dependent on exports and infrastructure. Its housing market is overbuilt, and its population, it's shrinking. By 2035, China could lose 70 million working-age citizens. That's a massive hit to labor and consumption. So while China is growing, it's also slowing. But here's where things get interesting. China isn't trying to copy the US. It's building an entirely different system. A digital currency controlled by the state, a supply chain centered in Asia, and global influence through projects like the Belt and Road Initiative. This is strategy on a 50-year timeline. Therefore, China doesn't need to beat the US today. It just needs to reshape the game. What about technology? This is where the real battle is. Both countries are pouring billions into AI, semiconductors, space, and green energy. The US still leads in innovation, but China graduates more scientists and engineers each year than any other country. And by 2030, it's expected to outspend the US in research and development. But innovation isn't just about money. It's about freedom to fail. And US startups still thrive in a culture where risk is rewarded. Therefore, in pure tech competition, the US still has the edge, for now. Then comes the question of alliances. The US has NATO, the G7, the Quad, and deep trade links across the Americas and Europe. But China is building new ties, especially in Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. It's offering loans, infrastructure, and alternatives to the West. And in many regions, China's influence is growing. So what happens by 2035? Does China take the top spot? Maybe. But even if it becomes the biggest economy, that doesn't mean it becomes the most powerful. Power comes from more than just GDP. It comes from currency trust, from the flow of ideas, from rules others are willing to follow. And on that front, America still leads. But this isn't a simple race. It's not winner takes all. The world economy isn't a ladder, it's a web. And if that web breaks in one place, everyone feels it. So rather than fight for domination, maybe the real future is shared leadership, where competition drives progress, and stability depends on cooperation. If you value well-researched videos like these, give the video a like, and subscribe so we can keep making these videos accessible to everyone.